Gentlemen, today we are going to talk about we're going to talk about slope-intercept form and how to graph that. So if you need to, please go back and review how to convert into slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. What I want to start with, we're going to start with a nice easy equation. Y equals 2x plus 1. Underneath it, I'm going to write the slope-intercept form so you can see how it matches up. Y equals mx plus b. And all we want to do is identify our slope, or our m value. Remember, it's the number next to the x. It's not the number and the x, just the number. So then this is going to be 2, but we need to turn it into a fraction, so it's really 2 over 1. Our b value is where we begin, and in this case, it is a 1. So, in order to graph this, I'm just going to kind of draw a generic table here, or a generic graph, I apologize. And we are going to we start at the begin. So I'm going to go up to 1 on my y-axis. Now remember, this is really rise over run. So now I want to look at this 2. Is it a positive 2 or a negative 2? It's a positive 2, which means that from the point that I'm currently at, I am going to go up 2. If it is negative, you're going down. So I'm going to go up 2, and then I need to go right 1 because this is a positive 1. And then I'm going to put a dot here. And remember, we don't start from the beginning, we start from whichever space we left off. So from there, let's change the color up so you guys can, I'm going to go up 2 again, and I'm going to go over 1. I'm going to put a dot. And then all I have to do is connect the dots. Now Miss Curtin's going to do the best she can with this. Remember that when you do this, you also need to make sure that you have arrows, and you want to make sure that this is long enough so that if you're checking any of your points, you can see if it's a solution. For example, it appears that this point right here, which is -1 and 0, is part of my line. If that's true, then this is a solution. So the solution just refers to, is this on my graph? Is this part of my line? Okay, let's look at some other ones. Now, we're going to do a really quick review because otherwise you are probably going to be better off just checking out my other videos. So 2x plus 2y equals -6. So the first thing I need to do is I need it in that y equals mx plus b form, which means I need y on the left side, everything else on the right side. So it doesn't matter what's next to my 2, what's right attached to it. In this case, it's 2 times y. I need to move everything else. So right now I have a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And what I mean by both sides, I mean both sides of the equal sign. So we get 2y equals -2x plus a -6 or -6, it's up to you. And then what I need to do, how do I get y by itself? I have to divide by 2. But this means I have to divide everything by 2. So then this becomes y equals -1x plus a -3. So going back to the idea of graphing this, and just for time, I'm not going to use my little magic line drawer thing. I apologize about my cat in the background. So remember, we want to look at our slope. What is our m value? In this case, it's -1. How do we turn it into a fraction? Over 1. and then the b value is -3. So now that we know this, we can then plot that our b value, which is where we begin, we need to start on our y-axis. So remember, the y-axis goes up and down, the x-axis goes left and right. So I need to go down 1, 2, 3, and then we have to be careful. So this part is negative while this part is not. So we're going to go down 1, but we're still going to go to the right because our denominator is still positive. So we're going to go down 1 because we're falling, not rising, and then we're going to go to the right 1. And then if we connect the points, ideally, it makes a negative slope because remember we read from left to right. We're going to keep practicing this, so if you have questions, please remember to bring them to class.